I'm here with Tim Dahl at YCS Providence. What did you do today?
I got top 16 with Malice.
Nice. Do you have any shoutouts?
Shoutouts to these people next to me and the person behind the camera, my parents. Green Tree, Green Tree, Top Deck, and the Priority Phase group chat, and then also Paul for helping me build the deck, and Alex for helping me testing specifically.
Nice. All right, let's get into the deck.
All right, so the Malice names are pretty basic. I played these 6 and then these 3. These cards are broken. This card is literally the best card in the game. The Ignister stuff, played 3 and 1. I didn't play I Meet You, which probably was a mistake. I definitely think that card's actually pretty good, and I definitely think I'll play that next time for sure. For the Malice spells, I played these 3. I wanted to play more than one of those, but everybody told me it was bad, and I still think this card's actually really good. And almost every time I drew it, going second, I won. So yeah, it is what it is, I guess. Terraforming. This card's okay, but it's not that crazy. Gold Star, this card's like the FTK. This card's insane. It beats Impulse a lot of the time. Yeah, it's just a broken card. I sacked a lot of people with this thing. And then Double Allure. This was like the card that we replaced, the quote-unquote Spice, instead of I Meet You. This card's actually not bad, and it won me a few games because I drew into like non-engine, but I think I Meet You is just more consistent, and I think I'd rather just play that card. And then the 2 traps, GWC and MTP. I don't think you need TB11. Yeah, I don't. It never even came up for me where it would have mattered. And then hand traps, 3 Ash, 3 Fua, 3 Perulia, and 3 Impulse. So I think I should have played more hand traps than these ones, but because like the problem is if you pass and you draw like double this, your opponent's just gonna OTK you, and there's literally nothing you can do. Like that happened to me like 3 times. Yeah, like when you go first with this deck and you brick and you draw these guys, the only way to stop them from killing you is March Hare, or like hopefully draw Ash Impulse, but it's not realistic. I think Nib was definitely missed. There were a few times where I just watched my opponent Swan dive into it, and I think that card would have been really good. And then for the rest of the non-engine I played, it's like more of a board breaker approach. I played 3 Thrust and Talents. These cards are really good. Game 1 just set Impulse, and it's good into every real deck right now. Talents, it's the same thing with Gold Star. I sacked a lot of people with it. And then also post side, these are outs to Chaos Hunter. I got Chaos Hunter once, but I impulsed it. Other than that, like, that was the idea. And then if your opponent Nibiru's you too, you just get to add the God card Talents or an extender like Gold Stark or something like that. So these cards were actually pretty good. The only time I didn't like this card was when I bricked with it. But if you actually get to play with it, it's not bad. And then 3 Metal Chernus. This card's unbelievable. It makes it like so Raziel's a winnable matchup when you go second. And in the mirror, it's really good too. Like sometimes it can even help you play the game and like out like a disruption, so that's pretty good. For the extra deck, I think the extra deck also might have needed work too. 1 Lingeribo, I think I should have played 2. I don't know what I would have cut, but I definitely should have played the second one of this. I think this comes up. Link Spider, this is mandatory. It helps you play through Nib every time. Splash Mage. I summon this card the most out of anything in my extra deck. This card's just okay, but like I think the lines just make it so you have to summon this one. Wicked adds backup, and that's good enough. Haggard, this was probably one of the worst cards in my extra deck because it literally almost never came up. It just sat there until top 16 where I summoned it and it got struck, so it's pretty good. Then IP, SP. I made IP a few times. SP almost never got summoned. This thing actually just never comes up in this deck, I feel like, because you're always side versus locked. Dark Charmer. There's good theory behind this, but I literally never summoned it. But ideally, you would be able to summon the games where like your hands aren't that great. But I don't know. I was just getting shit on most of the games I couldn't play. So then the Link 3s, these are all broken. Cryptor is unreal. Then the Link 4s, Firewall, Access Code. I didn't really summon this very much, but I think it's probably because I was doing my combos wrong. And then the Link 5, this card's broken. Some people told me they weren't playing this. I don't know how. I feel like this card's really good. Does everything you want it to do. And then Detonator, because it's a Metatronus target. And yeah, that's the main deck. Or main deck show. The side deck, I actually don't think that the side deck was very bad. I think it was probably the best part about my list. For Malice, I played 3 Lancia, 3 Meows, and then the Secret Spice was 3 Lullaby. The idea is you can either call a starter or a Lancia, because they'll probably know you're on this deck because you're not blind scooping most of the time. You call Lancia and you win the game because it doesn't matter if they add it to your hand or you summon it because you're still Lanciaing them. And then adding backup Ignister is really good. And if you absolutely have to, you can add Dormouse. I kept this in going second because the idea was if you floodgate them with one of your Charmies or Lancia, this on the crackback to add their Lancia was really good. But in practice, this was actually terrible, and I lost a few games where I went second because I was looking at this piece of shit in my hand. But this card was really good when I went first, so you know.
Completely preventable, by the way.
Yeah. And then for like any like Raziel / Rogue deck, I played 3 Droll, 3 Mistaken Arrest. Against the Mitsurugi decks, I kept this in going second too, because if they're greedy and they activate Prayers, tribute the Ritual monster, you don't chain it, you wait for them to not summon back their 3200, and you wait for them to activate its effect. You chain this, they can't right deck to your field anymore, and you don't really need to add anything because, you know, it doesn't matter because you're playing Malice. So, yeah, that's it for the deck.
Well, congratulations. Well done.
Thank you.